Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from the First Baptist Church here in New London. We always seem to pop in and say hi and hear what's going on in the month of November. And I'm now joined by Pastor Charles Glidewell. Hello, Charles.
Hi.
Thanks for always hosting us this time of year.
Back.
And we were just saying before we started, it's a busy time of year here at the church.
It is.
But there's probably never too much of a lull time.
Not too much of one, no.
We're getting into the holiday season, which is incredible to believe and think about. You have a lot of programming that happens this time of year, but let's talk about lessons and carols.
Yeah, that's a big one every year. Very popular. People love it. Been happening certainly for as long as I've been here, and even longer, maybe 30 years. The church has been doing that.
How long have you been here?
I'm in my 15th year here.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You could have told me it was 5. That flew by, as I'm sure it did for you.
Sometimes it feels like that. Sometimes it doesn't. You know how that goes.
Wow, amazing. So for those that don't know about lessons and carols, what's it involve?
Yeah, what it involves is it's at a macro level, it's a celebration of the story of redemption and a remembrance of the story of redemption. So it's a service of 9 lessons and 9 carols. We can talk about the lessons first. You start reading in Genesis at what we call the fall, and read 9 lessons up to the coming of Jesus.
Wow.
You read the reading there in the Gospel of John, John chapter 1, verses 1 through 14, about the coming of Christ.
Okay.
And then the carols are, they sort of do the same thing. We sing 9 carols, again, that tell the story of redemption, and the community is invited to participate in the service. So it's an ecumenical service. So our church participates, and then the Episcopal Church, KCPC, and the Catholic Church, Our Lady of Fatima. But everyone's welcome. And so the community choir makes up the choir for that evening, and Dave Chaves, our music director, does a wonderful job. So they meet for rehearsal the Saturday before, rehearse those hymns, and
amazing. And this is, I mean, there's a lot of times that churches in the area you work together, but what a special time during the holidays too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, open to the public. All are invited to attend, and all can participate too.
Correct.
Yeah.
You don't have to belong to a church, in other words, to be a part of the choir.
Amazing.
For that evening. Yeah, if you want to be a part of it, just give us a call in the church office, and we'll let you know the details about when and where to be.
We should say when it is.
Yep. So Lessons and Carols this year will be December 14th at 4 p.m.
Great, right here. Have you always been the host?
We have, yeah.
And has it always been the same churches that have participated?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, those same 4.
And I know there's other holiday things to talk about. You're still doing the Christmas Eve service, as always.
As always, Christmas Eve, here at 5:30 and 7, 2 services.
Great.
Can't pack everyone into one, which is a good thing.
It's always packed.
It's always packed, yeah.
And the live creche out front.
The live creche out front.
That's a childhood memory of mine, to always
be out there. It is for many.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't do it one year, and we heard about that, so.
I'm sure you did. Yeah, and it was always the best way to end the Christmas Eve service, and it was always fun to see who's who out there and things like that. So,
that's right.
And for people who want more information, I'm sure visit the website.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Charles, thank you so much for joining me. Happy holiday season. It's crazy that we're in this time of year. It was flurrying this morning in London, which makes it feel ever so real. But thank you for being the host of us these last 3 weeks, and happy holidays to you.
Good to see you, Abby.
Thank you. 'Tis the season. When we return, Katharine Nevins will give us a few unique book ideas for those that love local. Stay with us for this message from another one of your supporters of your Yankee Chronicle.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort, located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel. Today we are coming to you from the wonderful gallery at Main Street Bookends in Warner. Let's hear from the co-owner, Katharine. She has a batch of book suggestions that might make your gift giving a little easier. Hi, Katharine.
Hi, Abby. Thank you for joining me down here in the gallery at Main Street Bookends. I am down here in the gallery and I have been asked to talk a little bit about holiday and the holiday shopping experience and so forth. And the main thing that I want to talk about today is local. If you can shop local, if you can think local, it's going to make a huge difference everywhere. So I wanted to let you know that David Elliott for this book, Boar and the Hedgehog, and he will have all of his books here. And he's quite a wonderful personality. It's wonderful if you haven't met him yet. This is an opportunity to get a lot of children's books, get them signed to your favorite children. So please come on down. Another wonderful Warner author is Ian Rogers. He grew up here in Warner. He has written a couple of novels, and this is his first one, MFA thesis novel. The second one that just came out is called Car Crash, Parker, and the Haven of LARPers. This is so whimsical and so fun, and so it's mythology and it's just pure insanity from page 1 all the way through, and it takes place in Warner, although it's not supposed to be Warner, but I think it is Warner. So it's very, very fun. And then I also wanted you to know about Matt Forrest Essenwein. He lives here in Warner, and he has a lot of children's books, and we have them all here at the bookstore. These are all wonderful. This is one of his most recent ones, The Thing to Remember About Stargazing. Dan Tavis, a lot of people know about Dan Tavis. He's a wonderful artist, lives in the area. He grew up here. This is his latest book, Winter is the Worst. And he is really, really taking off, doing a lot of children's books. I'll mention this one that just came out, and this one is called Penny Penguin. Just a sweet little board book. And while I'm talking about local people, let's talk about Lori Morrissey, who lives over in Kentucky. And she has a series of books of haiku. This is her latest one, A Dream of Owls. I have to always mention our dear Rebecca Rule. She has wonderful books, and this is her latest, New Hampshire Trivia. Very fun. I'm very, very fond of this book. This is called Spirit in Creation. It's by two writers, Marjorie Burke and Patricia O'Connor. Both of them have written extensively individually, but these are verses that they wrote together. And I'm proud to say a lot of the writing happened down here in the gallery. And then I'm also really, really enjoying and loving Mel Allen's Here in New England. This is the gentleman who just retired from being the editor of Yankee Magazine, and this is a compilation of 50 years of his writing. So I'm sitting down here in the gallery because I do want to talk about how important it is to support our local artists. We represent over 30 artists down here in the gallery. These are all Warner or nearby artists. And a lot of these artists put out calendars. And one of them is Mimi Wiggin. So wonderful gift is to give someone a calendar, and a local calendar. These are birds that she's painted throughout the year. This is Dan Tavis's 2026 calendar. I'm going to turn this around. This is wild, but you're going to see how whimsical and how fun all of his paintings are. Of course, very, very local. The Warner Historical Society puts out their annual calendar. And these are the paintings from the amazing Ralph Farman Pratt, who was, as we know, a big influence for Charlie Brown, who was a very important man here in Warner, and an artist in his later life. And then a wonderful Concord artist, Ellen Kenny, has done these beautiful, beautiful woodcuts, Merrimack River year. And things like maple syrup. Now this maple syrup is produced right here in Warner from the Rogers family. And things like this make wonderful gifts for everyone. Who can resist maple syrup or maple candies? Who can resist? So I guess if I had a message to get across, if I could get a message across, it would be that if you buy local, you're making a big difference. You are supporting our local artists, you're supporting our local businesses, you're supporting our local writers and musicians, and these are the people that keep our towns and our communities alive. This is the heart of who we are. So you're supporting all of these wonderful artisans. And you're also important to support our local farmers. So if you have an opportunity to buy locally from farmers, from any of these artisans or artists or musicians or writers, please do it. Please think about making your purchases local, because if it's local, it stays right in your community. If you go to Amazon, it's going to go into the pockets of Jeff Bezos. So think about that. Think about where you want your money to go. So we would love to have you come down, because there's always something wonderful happening in Warner.
It is not too late to get in here. Through Christmas, they are open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 6.